The story of Joe Biden is one of resilience, tragedy, and ultimately, triumph. From humble beginnings in Scranton, Pennsylvania, Biden's path to the White House was far from conventional. It was marked by both soaring successes and crushing personal losses. This is the story of how a young boy with a stutter overcame adversity to become one of the most powerful leaders in the world. Born in 1942, Joe Biden's early life was shaped by the values of his close-knit family. His parents instilled in him the importance of hard work, faith, and standing up for what's right. Young Joe struggled with a stutter, a challenge he bravely confronted by reciting poetry in front of a mirror. Driven by a strong sense of justice and a desire to serve, Biden pursued a career in law and then politics. His early experiences laid the foundation for his future leadership. They shaped his worldview, his approach to problem-solving, and his unwavering belief in the power of unity. Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania on November 20, 1942. Scranton, a city built on coal mining, was a place where hard work was a way of life and family ties ran deep. Biden's upbringing was steeped in these values, forming the bedrock of his character. His father, Joseph Biden Sr., worked various jobs to provide for his family, instilling in young Joe the importance of perseverance and responsibility. Catherine Eugenia Jean Finnegan Biden, Joe's mother, was a pillar of strength and faith, emphasizing the significance of compassion and standing up for what is right. Growing up, Joe was a natural leader, though his path wasn't without its hurdles. He grappled with a stutter, a challenge that could have easily dampened his spirit. However, instead of succumbing to self-doubt, he faced it head-on. This early display of grit and determination would become a defining characteristic of his life. After graduating from the University of Delaware and Syracuse Law School, Biden returned to Delaware to embark on his legal career. Yet, his passion for public service burned bright. He saw the law as a tool to advocate for those less fortunate, to be a voice for the voiceless. This desire to serve the public good led him to enter the political arena. In 1972, at the age of 29, Biden took a leap of faith and ran for the U.S. Senate. It was a bold move for someone so young, challenging a well-established incumbent. His campaign was fueled by a spirit of optimism and a genuine desire to connect with people. Biden's message resonated with voters, particularly his focus on issues like environmental protection, healthcare, and civil rights. To the surprise of many, he pulled off a stunning victory, becoming one of the youngest senators ever elected in U.S. history. Just weeks after his Senate victory, tragedy struck. On December 18, 1972, while Biden was in Washington, D.C. setting up his Senate office, his wife Nelia and their one-year-old daughter Naomi were killed in a car accident. His two sons, Bo and Hunter, were also critically injured but survived. This devastating loss shattered Biden's world, leaving him grappling with unimaginable grief and the daunting task of raising his sons as a single father. In the face of this tragedy, Biden considered forgoing his Senate seat to care for his sons. However, with the encouragement of his family and a deep sense of duty, he decided to honor his commitment to the people of Delaware. He was sworn into office in 1973 at the hospital where his sons were recovering, a testament to his resilience and dedication. Assuming his Senate responsibilities at such a young age, while simultaneously navigating immense personal tragedy, was a testament to Biden's strength and resilience. He approached his work with a seriousness that belied his age, quickly earning the respect of his colleagues on both sides of the aisle. His colleagues recognized his work ethic, his genuine desire to find common ground, and his deep commitment to his constituents. While he initially commuted between Washington, D.C. and Delaware by plane, a near-fatal incident involving his sons led him to embrace train travel. This daily commute allowed him to remain a constant presence in his sons' lives, while also diligently serving his constituents. It was during these countless hours on Amtrak trains that Biden honed his ability to connect with people from all walks of life. This daily ritual earned him the affectionate nickname Amtrak Joe, a moniker that spoke to his accessibility and his commitment to staying grounded despite the demands of his high-profile job. It also highlighted his ability to balance his personal and professional life, a challenge faced by many but particularly poignant given the tragic circumstances he faced early in his career. Despite the demanding schedule of a senator, Biden made his sons his top priority. He structured his life around their needs, attending their school events, coaching their sports teams, and ensuring they felt loved and supported. He often brought them to work with him, embedding them in the fabric of his life and exposing them to the world of public service. This dedication to family resonated with people, showcasing a side of Biden that transcended politics. As Biden's Senate career progressed, he became increasingly prominent on the national stage. He developed a reputation for his expertise in foreign policy, a field that would become his signature issue. His deep understanding of global affairs, honed through years of study and numerous trips abroad, earned him the respect of world leaders and colleagues alike. He chaired the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, playing a pivotal role in shaping American foreign policy during a period of significant global change. Throughout his long career in the Senate, Biden remained a staunch advocate for bipartisanship. He believed in the power of finding common ground, even in the face of deep political divisions. As chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Biden played a pivotal role in shaping America's response to some of the most pressing international challenges of the late 20th and early 21st centuries. His deep understanding of global affairs, coupled with his ability to build relationships with foreign leaders, made him a respected voice on the world stage. He traveled extensively, meeting with heads of state, diplomats, and ordinary citizens, gaining first-hand knowledge of the complexities of the international landscape. Biden's approach to foreign policy was characterized by a blend of pragmatism and idealism. He believed in the importance of American leadership in the world, advocating for a strong military presence while also emphasizing the need for diplomacy and multilateral cooperation. During his tenure as chairman, Biden played a key role in shaping U.S. policy in the Balkans, the Middle East, and beyond. He was a strong advocate for NATO expansion, believing that a unified Europe was essential to maintaining peace and stability in the region. He also worked tirelessly to broker peace agreements in Northern Ireland and the Balkans, using his diplomatic skills to bring warring factions together. Biden's commitment to bipartisanship was evident in his work on the Foreign Relations Committee. He understood that foreign policy required a united front, and he worked tirelessly to build consensus among his colleagues. He believed that America's strength on the world stage stemmed not only from its military might, but also from its ability to speak with a unified voice. In the aftermath of the September 11th attacks, Biden emerged as a voice of reason, urging caution and a measured response to the threat of terrorism. He warned against overextending American power, arguing that a successful counterterrorism strategy required a nuanced understanding of the complex factors that fueled extremism. He advocated for a multifaceted approach, combining military force with diplomacy, development assistance, and a commitment to promoting democracy and human rights. As the years went by, Biden's experience and stature within the Senate continued to grow. He became a trusted advisor to presidents of both parties, sought out for his counsel on matters of national security and international affairs. His ability to work across the aisle, to build bridges even in the most partisan of times, made him a valuable asset in a political landscape often characterized by gridlock and division. In 2008, after decades of dedicated service in the Senate, Joe Biden received a call that would once again alter the course of his life. Barack Obama, the junior senator from Illinois and the Democratic nominee for president, asked Biden to be his running mate. Recognizing the historic nature of Obama's candidacy and the opportunity to serve his country in a new capacity, Biden accepted the offer. The Obama-Biden ticket went on to win a decisive victory, ushering in a new era of hope and change in American politics. As vice president, Biden played an active and influential role in the administration. He drew upon his decades of experience in the Senate, his deep understanding of foreign policy, and his ability to work across the aisle to advance the president's agenda. One of the most pressing challenges facing the Obama administration was the economic crisis that gripped the nation. The Great Recession, the worst economic downturn since the Great Depression, had left millions of Americans unemployed, their homes in foreclosure, and their futures uncertain. The American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009, a massive stimulus package designed to jumpstart the economy, became a top priority for the new administration. Biden, with his deep understanding of the legislative process and his ability to build consensus, was tasked with shepherding the Recovery Act through Congress. He worked tirelessly to secure the necessary votes, engaging in countless hours of negotiations with members of both parties. His efforts proved successful, and the Recovery Act was signed into law, providing a much-needed lifeline to the struggling American economy. While navigating the challenges of the vice presidency, Biden continued to face personal trials. In 2015, his son Beau, a decorated Iraq War veteran and the former Attorney General of Delaware, passed away from brain cancer at the age of 46. This devastating loss shook Biden to his core, leaving him grappling with grief and questioning his future in public service. Throughout this difficult period, Biden drew strength from his family, particularly his wife Jill, who had been a constant source of love and support throughout his life. Her unwavering strength, deep compassion, and belief in her husband's abilities provided Biden with the solace and encouragement he needed to navigate this dark chapter in his life. In the face of personal tragedy, Biden found renewed purpose in a cause that was deeply personal: the fight against cancer. He channeled his grief over Beau's death into launching the Cancer Moonshot initiative, an ambitious effort to accelerate cancer research and make more therapies available to patients. Biden threw himself into this work with characteristic zeal, traveling the country, meeting with researchers, doctors, and patients, and using his platform to raise awareness about the disease. The Cancer Moonshot initiative reflected Biden's belief in the power of science and innovation to solve humanity's greatest challenges. It also showcased his ability to connect with people on a personal level, to offer empathy and hope to those facing difficult diagnoses. In 2020, at the age of 77, Joe Biden embarked on his third presidential campaign, driven by a deep sense of duty and a belief that his experience and empathy were needed to heal a divided nation. The political landscape was fraught with challenges: a global pandemic, economic uncertainty, and a deeply polarized electorate. Biden campaigned on a message of unity, promising to restore America's standing in the world and to bring about a more just and equitable society. His message resonated with voters, and he chose Kamala Harris, a senator from California, as his running mate, making history by selecting the first woman of color to serve on a major party's presidential ticket. The 2020 election was one of the most consequential in American history, and Biden's victory marked a turning point for the country. Joe Biden's journey to the White House is a testament to the human spirit's ability to overcome adversity. From his childhood struggles with a stutter to the unimaginable grief of losing his first wife and daughter, Biden has faced life's challenges with remarkable resilience. His story is not one of unyielding ambition or a single-minded pursuit of power. It is a story of empathy, of compassion, and an unwavering belief in the power of unity. Throughout his long career in public service, Biden has demonstrated an ability to connect with people from all walks of life. His empathy, honed through personal tragedy and a life spent listening to the concerns of ordinary Americans, has become his defining characteristic as a leader. Joe Biden's presidency is still being written, but his impact on American politics and society is undeniable. From his early days as a young senator, challenging the status quo, to his leadership on the world stage and his unwavering commitment to bipartisanship, Biden has left an indelible mark on the nation he has served for over 5 decades. His legacy is one of resilience, compassion, and an unwavering belief in the promise of America. As we reflect on Joe Biden's rise from Scranton to the White House, we are reminded that leadership is not defined solely by power or position. True leadership is about service, about empathy, and about the courage to fight for a better tomorrow. Joe Biden's story is an inspiration to us all, a testament to the enduring power of hope, resilience, and the belief that even in the face of adversity, we can overcome any challenge.